pensamientos de viejo. Soy travieso viejo. Mi hermanas y hermanos. See what's not to like, right? What's not to like? I'm trying to create the next Truman Show channel, right? I'm trying to create interest in the sultry sound of my voice, in the truth dripping profundity that profuses from my orifice. What? What did you just say? There are so many different characters out there that people watch. Surely there's got to be some freaking weird people out there that get me, that would watch my content. They're out there. So picking up on what I was saying before about my friend who, this was my interpretation again of his counsel to me about pursuing podcasting in this media. Look at all of the successfuls. Find the top channels that are most, like, what are they doing? Not what I'm doing. They're not doing what I'm doing. So so in a sense, Mike's saying, be like everybody else, and then your channel, like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to make shorts. I don't want to, I just want to talk like this. And then the reality, I think, of reality is that even though I am just pontificating right now, so this is pensamientos de viejo, even though I'm just talking about what's on the top of my head, you're out there right now. Like, you're either listening to me live or you're listening to me later on a recording. And are you subscribed to me already? So if you are subscribed to me already and you did click the video to see, oh, what's Travis got to say? First of all, thanks for clicking the video. But don't stop there, because that's only the start of how you can support and actually produce growth in my channel. Because I have to simply produce the platform availability that is, I'm live, you can be here in the chat, and then chatting with people that you know. However, most likely, there is no one watching my show right now. There is no one chatting in the chat. So where do you go from here? I just have to build it, and they will come, or he will come. So I have to believe that I have a product, me, and my mind, and my words, and the sultry sound of my voice, and my wittiness, and my humor, and my intelligence, and my seriousness, and my lightheartedness, right? Like, what is this guy doing? Let's say you come across me for the first time, right now, first time, exposed, right now. I'm talking, you're listening right now. Who is this guy? What is he saying? Like, how long are you going to stay? Like, what do I have to do to keep your attention? Well, if you're here for entertainment per se, then it's not going to be that exciting, because my entertainment is in challenging the way that you think. My entertainment is also to encourage you in the way that you think, if the way that you think is positive, uplifting, a source of light, life, and hope and love. Right? So it's just a matter of time until somebody is like, it took me a while, but his channel grew on me. Okay, yeah. So if you're listening to the sultry sound of my voice, and that means that you've already subscribed to my channel, first of all, thank you very much. But second of all, if you're here right now listening to the sultry sound of my voice live right now, and you haven't hit that Fonzarelli, what the smurf is wrong with you? Crazy kid. Hit that Fonzarelli. You're here because the content is quality. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So, smash that like. Doesn't matter what I'm talking about. I'm live. I'm putting out content. I'm going to say something that hopefully somebody's going to hear at some point and it's going to ring true and they're going to do something with it and I'll never know about it. So, but the only way that this is going to get out to the masses is if you do these 4 things. Like the content. If I'm live right now, jump into the chat and keep it going. And then if other people show up, you then are the facilitator. Hey, welcome to the show. Glad to see you, right? Like, you keep your eye out for the viewers. Like, in your mind, you're listening to the sultry sound of my voice right now. Okay, I get that. But then also look and see, is there anybody else watching? I know I'm watching, and you see that there are 5 people watching, but you're the only one making comments. So then you say, hey, who else is out there? Say hi to me. Then you engage. Like, this is your responsibility. All I can do is choose to create a channel that's called Travis Finley and then do Travis Finley. The rest of it is all on you. I mean, I need you, like, really, really, really badly. So then, if it's live right now, jump into the comment section and engage in conversation, because it's my opinion that, for the most part, I'm in the background noise of your lizard brain. And if there is conversations, like, let's say, for instance, there were 500 people watching and there were 200 people in conversation, that would be a massive amount of activity in the chat. That's but I can't bring those people here. You can, which is the next way for you to support the content, which is to share the content. Right now, think of 2 or 3 different ways that you could put out this video. Well, it's not very exciting, Travis. You're not really blowing my mind right now, dude. Okay. Wait for it, because it'll come when it comes. That's what she said. So, this is a long game. This is a long-term investment. I have to create. I have to believe. I have to behave as though I have an audience. I'm speaking to a future audience. So I'm just kind of like talking out loud right now because I do this in my head anyway. I do this all the time in my head. Everything I'm saying out loud is usually in my head. But then I say it out loud sometimes so that I can hear what I just said in my head and then look at it from different angles and then say to myself, oh no, that doesn't look right. Oh, do it this way. What happens if what if I change it this way? So then I'm right now thinking about the future of my life. And I want to include you in it because there are people out there, right, where you've got these young people. There might be female, they might be male, they might be on their own, van life. People are invested. Oh, I want to see where she goes with her dream. She wants to be independent. She wants to build out this van. She wants to be, da 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 da. So that you watch. So then, in a sense, that's what I'm doing right now. But I don't have a future per se. Like, I'm getting to that point. But at the same time, like, it's weird because the place that I'm at right now is this compulsion from myself as I've thought about things to make a change in my life. But even though my life right now is good, I want more. So in wanting more, do I just, well, you can do a couple of things. You can just completely be passive and wait for whatever it is to happen. Or you can start to plan ahead because you're like, if I do this, it's going to cost this much, right? Because remember the words of our master, Jesus, that master builder, that master, he wasn't a carpenter. If you look up the term in the Greek that is translated carpenter, it actually has to do with stonework. So Jesus wasn't the son of a carpenter, he was the son of a mason. Interesting. So don't forget forget the words of our master who said, no one who plans to build a city does so without taking into account what he needs. I'm going to build a city. Do you have any building material? Nope. Right? So there's an aspect in which you have to be active to at least ensure momentum away from inertia. You know? You have to have at least a game plan, I suppose. And yet at the same time, there is then this aspect of following your dream where it's not realized. You don't have what you need, but you still go forward because you're like, I still think that this is the dream. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I'm going to make it happen. Right? So I have a dream that I would be independently sustaining my life. And I don't say that wealthy. I don't say I would be independently wealthy, although it would be wealthy, because I will have exactly what I need. If I have a want, if I have a lack, what is it that I don't have? Do I need it? Right? So then if you think about it in the realm that I'm in right now, I'm driving for Uber. I've been doing so for a year. And while there have been tight weeks, and sometimes even tight 2 weeks, in my experience, at the end of the month, I have exactly what I need. Not exactly, but I have what I need. I've never been in the negative. Never been in the negative. Been close, right? So what I'm saying is that the lifestyle that I have right now is livable for me at this point. Well, why do you want to change, Travis? Why do you want to change? Well, because I feel this call of the wild, so to speak, right? I feel this compulsion within my soul for something more. What I believe is that I do have something to contribute to the light, life, and liberation that all of us desire. You desire liberation. I desire liberation. You desire light. I desire light. What do you mean, Travis? Well, do you? I know that you know that the storms of your life are opportunities for you to grow, but do you like it when it gets dark in your life? No, nobody likes it. So then light. We want to produce light. But then also remember that light is such a broad spectra, a light is such a broad phenomenon that even if you go into a dark room, shut the lights off, shut the door, seal up whatever, and you then open your eyes, there's still light in that darkness. But predominantly, most of us would like to create light with our lives, with our expressions. I'm driving right now, so I can't see the chat. Not only that, but my eyes are bad, so at this distance, I can't see anything but but I know that that's my face. But if you were to look at my face through my eyes, I would look like I'm like if someone licked their thumb and smudged the camera, I would look, that's what my eyes look like. Um, so I don't know what the comment is saying, plus I'm driving right now. However, if somebody out there would create the idea that I have, it would change podcasting forever, because you would have the ability to interact with whatever your comment is. I would imagine, since there's not 100 people in the chat right now, that your comment is directed towards me. So if it is, I can't read it. Therefore, we're not going to get any interaction, which is unfortunate. Unless I put my glasses on, which I'm able to do, and I might just do it just for shits and giggles, right? Elisa Marie's pistol. Let's go. I stumbled onto an SNL skit. Hey, I don't know. Are you still here? Because you seem to be new to my channel. But yeah, right. So I can appreciate that. Did you stumble onto an SNL skit? Well, that's interesting. Like, what made you say that? Because to a certain extent, yeah, what you're going to see with me is the product of being influenced by SNL. It's a product of being influenced by everything. I don't know if you realize this or not, but you are not original. You're not. You're a combination of your parents. So, like, you don't even look. You know, you're a bit of your father, you're a bit of your mother, or whatever, or your grandfather. Like, my grandson looks like his maternal cousins. He looks like a chub. Kid looks like the spitting image of every single one of his cousins on his grandmother's side, maternal. But anyway, so you jumped in to say hello. Great, I'm glad. You would be the very picture of what I'm trying to do right now. So, Marie, is that your name? If you're still here, I hope you are. What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean by you blocked most of your comments. So, hey, Taco Joe, hi. That comment wasn't blocked, so I'm not really sure what you mean. Can you please help me understand? What do you mean, Taco Joe? Why would I block comments? Let's see if he's a troll or not. But Marie, are you still here? Lisa Marie, are you still here? I'm going to have to wait for you to make a comment, because otherwise it's not going to make sense for me to comment if you're not still here. So now that I've interrupted my flow of the flow of my sultry voice and my provocative thoughts. So, like, what am I going to do, right? What am I going to do? All right, fantastic. Elisa Marie, thank you so much. Have you, at this point, since you're still here listening to the sultry sound of my voice, you're like, what am I in for? What am I in for? If you're still here listening to me at this point, please hit that Fonzarelli. Smash that like. You've already made comments in the comment section, so please stick around and continue to make those comments. And then please share the show. So your comment, think about it. Oh, did I just stumble onto an SNL skit? To me, that means that there's something here that is attractive, right? You find a way to connect. So if you can connect to whatever I'm saying, then maybe you know someone else who, and then you share this content. Like, you're here right now, so share it with Barbara, and share it with Stacy, and share it with Mike, and share it with Chris, and share it with Bobby. And then if they show up, then you guys have a massive conversation in my chat right now while I just talk about whatever's going through my head, which is what the model of this podcast is basically on. So that when I'm in the car right now, this is what I'm doing. I'm just riffing. Okay? So there you go. Have you done those things? Please do that. Like the content. Keep your comment up here. Even if you say something to me, I might take a look and read since you're here. And then share the content. And then if you haven't subscribed since you're brand new here, I appreciate that. Make a subscription choice. Even though this isn't my main channel because I want to be switching over, but I can't go live. So now let me do a rant. Okay, so here's a rant on where I can use your help, because if you guys say to YouTube, hey YouTube, that's not fair. You don't let my channel go live on his phone, and I want him to be able to go live on his phone. I can go live on my phone right now on this channel because I busted my ass to jump through all of YouTube's hoops. But here I am again with a brand new channel, not this one that you're listening to. But I'm trying to build this brand new channel up that will be everything that you're hearing right now, right? What is this guy talking about? So whatever. So I talk about reality. I talk about religion. I talk about relationships. I talk about revelation. I talk about rethinking reality. I talk about conspiracy. I talk about truth. I talk about psychology, spirituality, everything, right? So you tell me what you want me to talk about. This is the beginning of a beautiful relationship right now. You've found my content. Hopefully you'll stick around. Hopefully you're going to subscribe. And if you do so, what do you want me to talk about? So just to give you some background, if Taco Joe is still here and Elisa Marie, I am simply a regular guy. I have a master's degree in biblical studies. I am a profound advocate for spirituality, philosophy, and religion insofar as we can put qualifications on them, what that term means. But if you're not interested in thinking deeply or thinking broadly outside of the box, this channel's not going to be for you. It's just not. And that's okay. Absolutely fine. I realize I'm not for everybody, right? Shout out to Pete Holmes, the brilliant comedian, said something about, going to a party. He's like, I was at a party at my friend's house. Going to that party made me realize one thing. I am not for everybody. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, this guy is talking about some weird shit, and I'm out of here. That's great. That's all fine. That's all fine. I'm saying that right now, I'm trying to create content for an audience that's out there who has yet to understand that I exist. Ooh, I didn't know that kind of a channel existed, because you're going to get smatterings of different channels hither and thither, right? You like this channel, you like this channel, you like this channel, you like this channel, but my channel is going to have 7 different opportunities here for you to like 7 different things, and you just got to kind of wait and see what happens with me. But you can also direct the flow of that current. You can also direct the flow of that current by joining my Patreon. Because right now, the content that I'm putting out live is free. But at some point, I'm going to have to start taking down the live content, slicing it up into smaller parts of episodes, and then putting those episodes up only in part, and then making the rest of my content free to subscribers. Why? Not because I'm paying for truth, not because you're paying for truth, but because you're paying for my time as an artist. I am an artist. I am an educator. I'm an influencer. I'm an informer. I am a transformer. Robot in disguise, right? So, a needle pulling thread. What did he just do? What did he just say? What? Why did he just say that? That's one of my shticks. In order for me to recollect my thoughts, or in order for me to focus my thoughts, I say, so. And then the only proper response, if you're in a social situation, and if someone were to say, so, and then there's a pause, your next line is, a needle pulling thread. That's your one-hit wonder for the rest of your life. You're welcome. That was a freebie. And then everyone will be thinking that now. You should be now, every single time you hear someone say so, even if it's followed by another thought rather efficiently. So, what do you want to do tonight? You don't have time to think about a needle pulling thread. But if someone goes, so, like you're all just sitting around like you have no, so, what do you, like a needle pulling thread, you're always going to hear it. You can never unhear it now. You're welcome. There's a kiss for you. All right, so hopefully one of these lights is going to turn so that I can look at the chat. But until then, I'm not going to be able to respond to anything. I really do hope Taco Joe stuck around. I'd really like to know what he meant by the fact that I block comments, because the only thing I can think of is you're absolutely right away, no doubt, a troll, 100%. And typically I don't feed trolls, but I'm just trying to give you the benefit of the doubt because you don't have a wrench, which means I've not seen you enough to trust you. And then you don't have a wrench, which means you're not here enough, or you don't, whatever. But at the same time, how do you know I don't publish all my comments? Or how do you know that I block comments? How do you know that? Have you watched my content before? So anyway, you could have answered my question already, and I'm just driving and I haven't seen it. I apologize. But right now, what all I'm trying to do is generate watch time, per se, right? I should be able to do this. Okay, this is what my rant was before, so maybe I'll start a new rant because I really want to try and refine this way of addressing YouTube, because YouTube, this doesn't make any sense. Here's your business model. This is your business model. In order for me to grow my channel, I first have to grow my channel to 1,000 subscribers. How hard is that? Really hard. Very difficult. And then I have to have 4,000 hours of people watching my content. So just imagine that this video right here is 23 minutes. Let's just make it 30. How many times would this video have to be watched to get it to up to 4,000? Like 700 times? 800 times. 900 times. No, not even that. It's 4,000. So 30 into 4,000 is actually over like 13.3, whatever, right? So think about that. That's a lot. Your business model is that I have to put content out that's not live ever. Well, except for the fact that I can do live on my laptop. But that doesn't make sense. So I can go live. Yeah, Travis, you can go live on YouTube, of course. You have to be confined to your desk in your bedroom, but you can go live. But what about right now when I'm out and about? Why can't I go live right now? Because this is like who I am, right? This is in real time. There's no reason. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to go live right now on my other channel. And then people will, like Elisa Marie came in, right? I don't know how you came in, but you found me somehow. Matt Dill hasn't got any religion to offer, but there's a lot of nutcases. I don't know who Matt Dill is. What's going on? Oh, there's the Antique. Okay, so Antique Olive. So Elisa Marie, the one thing that you need to know about me is that I'm not original, although I am. So, yeah, that was from The Sound of Music, right? Every great comedian steals from other comedians. Every single one. Every single artist. Every single painter, every single songwriter. You cannot not be influenced by your influencers. So I'm not really sure, does that bother you? You said, oh, that was from The Sound of Music. Do you do anything original? Like, that question right there already tells me that you're, at odds with me, right? We're not on the same page, which we don't have to be. But why make a big deal? Like, why not just recognize that cultural reference? I'm alluding to The Sound of Music, or Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, or The Matrix. Yeah, whatever. Does that bother you? I have to get gas. I'm going by one of the fuel stations, but I see that one of my cronies is in the chat if he's still here. Antique Olive, which is, if you don't know, a style of font, but he's an old school soul here with me. He's been around my block since I've been here, so he knows everything about me. If you want to ask Antique Olive any question about this new content creator, Travis Finley, on the Ubercaste or whatever, ask him. He'll let you know. But, as long as you're here with the intent of bringing hope and light and love to the world, then you're going to fit right in. Just remember that the comment section is not for hate. The comment section is for love. Lovers or haters can go smurf off. Go smurf yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, are you copying from the Smurfs back in the 80s? Are you using... Yeah, I am, because it works. Isn't that the smurfiest thing? It just works. The issue that I'm now thinking through and out loud is, what am I going to do with my future? Do I have to... So if I were to, look back at the last 6 years of what I've done, I'm very happy, I'm very content, I'm very proud and satisfied with the amount of energy and time that I've invested in the research that I've done in the past 6 years. However, I've also lived my life however I've wanted, and that included going where I want, when I want, using my resources, which means I don't have any savings because I don't make enough. And then when I do then treat myself to something, that's gone. So, a needle pulling thread. My point is that had I, right now, everything that I'm thinking right now, had that existed in my mind 6 years ago, I would, and know, okay, so you think about it, oh man, 6 years is a long time. Well, already right now at this point, 6 years is behind me. So what could I have been doing for those past 6 years? I could have been saving up every single aspect, don't go on any trips, don't buy any coffee out, don't buy any Dunkin' Donuts, don't buy any whatever. Make your, save, so then, let's say, for instance, I saved, I don't know, let's say what I saved, $12,000 a year. I'd have $72,000 right now, realistically speaking, right? Depending on what my income is, depending on how much I make, I'm just spitballing here. So if I had been saving up, okay, Travis, man, you're just going to have to buckle down for 6 years. I've now come to that 6 years and go, look, I have $72,000 in my bank account. Now I can move forward, right? Now I can. That's moving forward within the confines of safety. You've got cushion. But everybody knows safety and comfortability isn't where growth takes place. So then I'm like, oh, maybe I should just do this. Maybe, because at this point, I don't have enough money to, survive. It's from this point on, I will be making money as I go to survive. So then the question becomes, okay, do I then start over a new 6 years where I say, okay, Travis, you've got this plan in your mind. The long-term goal is in 6 years, you're going to have enough money. What are you going to do, right? I can do that. I get that. I can do that. Do I want to? Is that the best way to go about it? I'd have to lay off the cannabis because I can't drive tractor trailer trucks under the influence. Not that I ever did drive under the influence. I'm saying that you can't have any trace of cannabis, even if it's a week old. So even if I did eat an edible a week ago and it's still in my system, then that would be a violation of DOT. So there's certain things that I like in my life that I don't want to give up. So then what am I going to do, right? You have to think about all these things. Sure, I could go back and drive a tractor trailer again and be on the road 6 days out of the week. And then when I come back and I want to relax at home, I'm so wiped out, so tired because I don't get good sleep, all that kind of, it's more complex than just one thing or another. But so right now, awesome, I've got 5 Smurfs watching, okay? So are you originals? Are you in my Smurf army already? if you're not blue. How do you find out if you're in my Smurf army? Type a comment in the comment section. If you don't have a blue name, if you don't have a blue wrench, you're not in my Smurf army yet. Would you join my Smurf army? Because my Smurf army knows that the only way that I am going to succeed as Papa Smurf over my domain, which is my channel, is if you guys share the content. That's the only way this channel is going to get bigger. The only way you're going to have more interestinger conversations. Yes, I just said interestinger. And the only way you're going to have more people jumping down here into the chat is if you send out invitations to people who think like you do and then talk to them. So, okay, so, but Elisa Marie's pistol. So, but you're still here. You're still hanging around, right? So the only reason I know about your channel is from your spreading of flat earth nonsense. Well, first of all, thank you for using proper grammar. That's very far and few between, but I do appreciate how tall are you, right? I'm taller than most Smurfs. I'm not really the height of most Smurfs. But here we go, back to it. I've got 5 Smurfs watching and only 2 likes. At this moment, I'm going to stop talking right now. I'm going to go outside, fill my gas tank with fuel, and by the time I get back, hopefully that count will have 3 more likes. Can you do that for me? And then jump down into the chat, because right now there's just Instacart Shekels and Elisa Marie, so there's just 2 people. Oh, there's Mark. All right, so now there's 3 people. What's my height? I'm 5'10"ish. All right, I've got 1 like. All right, let's keep it going. I got to jump out and, oh, you know what? Can I do that here? Oh, man, I don't have my wallet. Oh, yeah, I do. All right, I'll be right back. What the heck? Are you 5'10"? Yeah, that's what I think I just said. 5'10". All right. If you did smash that like, then you are a Smurf-tastic Smurf. I'll be right back. All right, we're up to 4. All right. How did we do? Nope. We missed it. All right, Mark, I'll let you deal with the troll because as of right now, I'm taking Elisa Marie as a troll because, obviously it already admitted that it is only here because I talk about the absurdity of flat Earth. So I don't think you're dealing with an authentic human being right now, Mark, if you're still listening to the sultry sound of my voice. So the question then for Mark is, Mark, have you shared the show? And if you haven't shared the show, what the smurf is wrong with you, man? What the smurf is wrong with you? Hobbits, dwarves, elves. You qualify to be an elf. Really? Okay. There's a kiss for you. So basically, again, the idea that I'm trying to create in my delusion of grandeur is like I'm the next Joe Rogan. I'm the next Alex Jones. Why? Well, because I have something to say. I have something to contribute to the existence of you and other people that you know, right? Like, imagine if you could travel anywhere in the world unencumbered and freely. Imagine that, right? No papers, nothing. You're just able to go hither and thither, over hill and dale, right? Wherever you want to go. Roly poly, pell mell, hocus pocus, just whatever. You're able to do whatever you want. What would you do? Like, where would you go? I think that it would be a part of my experience where I would want to go and talk to people and learn and hear what their story is. That is right. So think about this. Okay, so here you go. Here comes a section where my Smurf army. This is what I envision, right? Because I can't succeed without you. What am I going to do right now, right? So like, if I'm still live when I get home, and this is, let's say, an hour and a half. So I just live streamed for an hour and a half, and I said some things in that live stream that I think, oh, you know what? I need to make. That's going to take time because not everybody wants to hang out or can hang out for an hour and a half or 3 hours or 6 hours. And then some point at 5 hours and 12 minutes, I or a guest says something really provocative, really profound. In order to keep tabs on that, you have to have production. Like, that's a lot of work. And I like making videos. I like engineering and producing content, which just sparked a thing in my mind. Like, I should create a Fiverr account and put out there that I am a video production engineer. If you have a video or whatever and you want to edit it down and this, that, and the other, I'll do I'll do it all, right? Because I like doing